Bass? 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 Now it's finally able to do everything. H-Tech.
ASCII.
Want to see if you guys could see the words. Yeah. Perfecto. Start. Tutorial. I think at this point I'm good at it. Hi, I'm your base landing, information assistant. How can I help you today? I'm iffy. Should I get rid of the music? Yeah, I think I might go with that. Background music. Nope, what am I doing? That's me. Tutorial. Okay, I read that already. This is your first visit, right? You want to take the bass? Yeah, we're going to say bass. Landing tutorial course, great. Even if you have bass fishing experience, everyone starts from the beginning. Classes cover everything you need to know. By the time you graduate, you'll be an awesome angler. Welcome, would you like to enroll? Yes. That's the spirit. You'll speed through this course in no time. The course has 7 steps and a final exam. You graduate once, you complete them all. Each step starts with an explanation. Then you practice what you've learned as many times as you want. Get lots of practice so you can ace the test. I've heard that anglers with high scores even win prizes. Ready to start? Oh, one more thing. About the teacher, some people think she's too strict, but you won't have any trouble with her. Just don't give up. Technically there's 6 plus an exam. Hi, welcome to the H-Tech Fishing School. Glad to have you aboard. I'm your instructor. You may have heard about me. Whatever you heard, believe it. I'm in charge of your progress. From now on, I'll guide you through the steps and keep you on target until you graduate. We'll start with step 1, casting. Look at the screen. You'll notice that base landing has 4 casting techniques. Bass. I have to remember bass. Base is B-A-S-E. First is the overhead cast. It's the most basic casting technique. It lets you cast a long distance. On the downside, it's easily affected by the wind. You'll learn to overcome that after a while. The overhead cast is also very easy to control. The second technique is the side hand cast. You won't get as much distance as with the overhead cast, but the side hand cast isn't as effective. By wind, use it whenever an obstacle such as an overhanging branch hinders you from using the overhead cast. Pitching is the third cast. Use it for greater accuracy. You'll really see the difference. Also, the lure splashes into the water more gently. Last but not least is the skipping cast. This one is fun. It's just like skipping a stone on the water. With the practice, you'll be able to cast the lure cleanly into tight places where it would normally snag on something. Okay, that's the lecture on casting. Let's move on to reeling. You'll be using two types of reels: the spinning reel and the bait reel. The bait reel requires a special casting technique called thumbing. After you cast, you put your thumb on the reel to stop it before the lure hits the water. If you don't do this, the fishing line on the spool will keep reeling out and will get all tangled up, causing a backlash. The spool is the part of the reel that the fishing line is wrapped around. The spool keeps the line from tangling. You can also use thumbing to stop the lure whenever you want. For instance, if you cast the lure too far, you can stop it quickly. Before it hits an obstacle, timing is important. Thumbing has many uses, and it's a technique you should definitely master. Sound complicated? Don't worry. It's really very simple. You'll get the hang of it once you've tried it. Okay, it's time to practice. Did you get everything I said? Last 7 times, yes. Alright, let's go out to the lake and practice. I've been playing this for the past 7 times in a row, trying to figure out what's going on with the memory card. I bought a new one, and I guess the old new one was broken. The new one is how I figure out it's not broken. So that's that. So I might get 90 because I found out how to play it. We have a special lake designed just for this school. It's called Base Lake. All the future pros practice there. It looks small, but it's perfect for beginners. That's good. The game is quite tough if you don't know what you're doing. The more I played it, the more I got the hang of it. It's a great day on the lake. This is as good as it gets. Let's start off with the overhead cast. Use the X button to switch to casting mode. A casting meter will appear. Notice that the lower red bar starts moving when it meets the red bar on top. Oh. Press the X button again. Try that 3 times. And if you go too far, see, it's getting easier. Let's move on to practicing the sideways hand. Press the L1, L2 button to switch your casting techniques. Look on the lower left of the screen. Try the side hand cast 5 times. Oh, wait, never mind. How'd you do? I got it. Now let's try pitching. This is a great casting to use in an area loaded with bass. Don't forget to switch your casting technique. Go ahead and try pitching 5 times. Did you get it? Yes. You're doing great. Last but not least, let's work on your skipping technique. Getting your timing down might take some practice, but it will pay off. Remember, in some cases skipping is the only technique that works. Use thumbing on the second skip. Try dropping the lure under the tree 10 times. Oh boy. You got a backlash. Press the X button thumbing before the lure hits the water. Got it. Okay, you're ready for the step 1 test. You won't be able to go on to step 2 until you pass. What? You hate tests? Okay, how about this? If you get a good score, I'll give you a reward. There's only one test rule. Land a lure inside the yellow circle. You must use all the casting techniques you've just learned. Each cast is worth 10 points. For a total of 100 points, you have to get at least 70 points to pass. Watch your time limit. Go for it. How's the recording going? Good. Awesome. The wind one is next, I think. If it is, I know what to do. No. It's not the wind one yet. Now is the wind one. Yeah. Right there. I think my highest was 90. I may be wrong. Might be 80. I still beat it. Now this is where we'll see if it saves. You want to save? Yes. Checking memory card? Yes. Usually at this point it says damaged. So good. Glad that works. '80 is my highest score. Or same score, but yes. What time is it at? 17. I'll play another one. Step 2. Till it hits 30 minutes. How was your lesson on casting? You thought it was easy? That's good, because now you'll be ready for something a little tougher. Oh no. What do you know about reeling? Believe it or not, you can't catch a fish by simply reeling in the line. You have to make your lure appealing to the fish. We have techniques for doing just that, such as stop and go. Oh. This diagram shows how stop and go works. Stopping is very important, so take a good look at how to do it. Next comes the strike. This is when the fish takes the bait. If you are using the fishing rod, or the analog controller, you should feel a vibration whenever you get a strike. But you may not always feel the vibration. For instance, you might cast the lure and leave it spool free. If you allow too much slack on the fishing line, you won't feel the vibration, so you should constantly reel in little by little. How can you tell when you get a strike on a sinking lure? The things to look for are: 1. The lure seems to have stopped before hitting the bottom. 2. The fishing line moves around. The easiest way to determine if you've got a strike is 3. The picture of the lure trembles. If the water temperature is too high or too low, the fish lose their aggressiveness and the strikes get weaker and or shorter. Let's move on to hooking. This is when you actually snag the fish with the fishing hook. Even if you get a strike, you've got to have the right timing for successful hooking. Different lures require special ways of hooking. For instance, lures with a top water plug require a 1-second delay before hooking. With other lures, you can hook the fish just by reeling in. These are the most popular lures when using them. Be cautious when a hooked fish jumps around, because it can unhook itself. With these lures, you can maintain the same water depth by adjusting the speed of reeling in. What? You should easily get a strike by just reeling in. Try this. Time how long this time. Try this. Time how long you allow your lure to sink before reeling in. When you get a strike, you'll have an idea of how deep in the water the fish are swimming. This game is like real life. You can't see through the water. You have to judge by how deep most of the fish are swimming. Okay, are you ready to practice? Let's go. Now loading. Here we are, back in Bass Lake. The weather is perfect. You say you want to drive the boat? Sorry, not this trip. I'll teach you how to operate it later on. Oh, nice. We're going to practice casting, reeling, and hooking. Practice hard so you can ace the test. I hope you remember your casting techniques. Don't forget thumbing. I'll laugh if you get a backlash. Let's start off with reeling in. Press X button after the lure hits the water. Try it 5 times. Oh. Let's start off with reeling in. Press the X button after the lure hits the water. Try it 5 times. Reeling in, press the X button after the lure hits the water. Okay, I did it right. Now try changing your speed. Use the X button to reel in at normal speed. The XL1 button for slower speed. And XL2 buttons for fast speed. With the analog controller, you can reel in using the right stick. To reel in automatically, press X0. Try it 5 times. Oh, circle. You're ready. You're already up to hooking. Go ahead and cast the lure anywhere. If you get a strike, press the triangle button to hook the fish. You're already up to hooking. Go ahead and cast the lure anywhere. If you get a strike, press the triangle button to hook. With the analog controller, you'll feel a vibration. You can also use the L3 button to hook. Not the stop and go. Here it is again. Reel in while counting 1, 2, 3, then stop while counting 4, 5, 6. Then repeat. Got it? Here it is. Oh, okay, try it out. Hook the fish when you get a strike. Try it 5 times. Four, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Next, we'll try the falling technique. This is a good technique when the fish are slow to bite and are holding out in deep water. Cast a lure and let it sink with the spool free. If you notice the line moving around, a fish has taken the bait. When this happens, reel in a little and hook the fish. Let's try it. Use stop and go on the first 3 tries, and then use the falling technique on the next 2 tries. Jig head. Oh. Yeah. Moving right along. Let's look at lures using the top water plugs. With top water lures, you must delay 1 second after a strike. Before attempting to hook a fish, you can also reel in right when you get a strike, and you will hook the fish. On the first 5, use stop and go with the swisher lure. On the next 5, use the vibrating lure and hook the fish by reeling in. Oh, there we go. Aha. Did you get it now? You know? You know it, I mean. It's test time. Your goal is to complete certain tasks within the designated time. You have to get 70 points in order to pass. Uh-oh. Ready? Go. Use a vibrating lure to hook a fish. Next, use a vibrating lure to hook a fish by reeling in. Keep the vibrating lure 3 feet in the water and hook a fish by reeling in. Hold the vibrating lure near the lake bottom and hook a fish by reeling in. Use a swisher lure and hook your fish with stop and go. I don't think I understand this game. Use a vibrating lure to hook a fish that's slow to bite. Use a falling technique to hook your fish, keep the spool free. had to. Dang it. Save? I guess. I'll stop it right there. Like, subscribe, ding the bell if you enjoyed this video. And I'll do more. I'll see if I could play it without the tutorial. Thanks for watching.